So, greetings and welcome to yet another episode of Being Atmanirbhar in conversation with me, Komal Khandge, Aka Krishna. And today on my show, I have yet another budding entrepreneur. She's a software developer, very young, very ambitious. And in the last 1 year, she has trained herself and certified herself to become a happiness coach. And she believes that one deserves to be happy all the time. And she has a wonderful smile. And I would like to join my hands and welcome none other than Bangalore based software developer Radhika Ramakrishnan on this show. Welcome, Radhika.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to have you. I already feel the happiness flowing between us. And I would like you to give a more detailed introduction of yourself to my audience about your current avatar and what exactly is Radhika.
All right. So I'm a software engineer, as you introduced, and I have almost 12 years of experience in software industry, and I'm still continuing there. And I'm basically a Tamilian, but then I was in Delhi. I did my primary education from Delhi, and then high school onwards, I'm in Bangalore. So it's been almost 2 decades that I'm in Bangalore, kind of settled in Bangalore. Now, I always wanted to become a professor. Okay, my childhood dream was to become a professor. So if anybody would ask me, like, yes, Radhika wants to become a professor. And I love training people, teaching them. I just love talking to people, in fact. So this continued. Even now, I did my BCA, MCA, and then IT, that craze was there. So I got into IT industry. There also, I was just helping people. I used to do those little trainings in my company. I used to do that. But then last year, I came across my mentor, Rohini Mundra's Facebook ad. Okay, so somewhere deep down it was there that I want to become a speaker. Now, if someone asks me, right, Radhika, how is it you're talking so nicely? I just say I'm a born speaker. That's all. It's just that confidence. I've not done any course as such, but yes, I have that in me. Then when I came across Rohini Mundra's Facebook ad, without any second thoughts, okay, it was on a Sunday, without any second thoughts, I just went ahead and I registered. So that was the starting point for me stepping into this speaker trainer coach industry. And I am so grateful to her. I'm in this platform. I want to express my sincere gratitude to Rohini Mundra for that trigger, because of which I could start various things. So I'll tell you, I'm a software engineer, but then I also started my YouTube channel only after enrolling into Rohini Mundra's course. Imagine, I could have done that before, but then I was watching others' YouTube channel, never had the thought that I can have my own YouTube channel. So I have my own YouTube channel, Happy You, Better You. And then I could identify and call myself a happiness coach only because of her. So I'm sincerely thankful to her for, just helping me take that first step in this particular industry. And with respect to my family, so my husband is also a software engineer and I have a 4-year-old son.
Awesome. That was a wonderful introduction indeed. So 12 years, more than a decade in the software development industry. BCA, MCA, IT. I mean, you have, so many degrees already. And then you did this course with Rohini. And I've heard about Rohini Mundra, and I've heard really great reviews about the way she coaches her coaches. And like you rightly said, it's very important to have a mentor. Mentor is like it's like the one who shows you the direction. But before you can get the direction, there is that one spark. So since you mentioned about your childhood and how you always wanted to connect and talk and be a speaker and be seen and be heard. So that childhood dream, somewhere after these many years of doing everything that you did, it brought you back to that passion of the childhood. So
Exactly.
I'm sure, I'm sure there's going to be a wonderful journey which you have of this 1 decade, because inside, when we know this is what I want, and on my channel, Being Atmanirbhar, we are also helping a lot of sitting on the fence corporate people wanting to become entrepreneurs but still sitting on the fence. So through your journey, how, I would like you to address the audience and say, how was that being in the corporate for 10 years, and then, you know, something happened, that one click happened, and then universe brings like Facebook ads, Rohini Mundra, Tony Robbins, all of these people in our lives. So share a little bit about that journey, the 10 years of 12 years of your
So,
corporate journey.
yeah, I'll tell you now. After my MCA, I got selected in one of the companies, and I was very lucky to be part of that team because there I learned fun at work. Okay, so college days also I was like not just in studies. I used to enjoy. It's like wherever I go, I used to, I just wanted to make sure that everybody around me is happy. First, I need to be happy so that I can spread happiness. So in college, I had lots of fun. And when I stepped into the IT industry, I'm so thankful to God that I got that similar environment. So in my first company, it was like fun at work. It was one of I'm a DevOps engineer. So we are kind of gatekeepers. Okay. So through us, we will deliver the product to our clients. It is like that, simple. So we are very critical. All right. But at the same time, we never compromised on the fun part. So there I used to conduct some activities. The same thing continued with my second and third company. So irrespective of whether the team members they participate or not, I ensure that if you want, you do it. If people like, they will follow. So you need not worry about that. First, you decide and have clarity on what you want. So I will say, in my journey in this corporate world, not even a single day I was like, oh my God, I need to go to office. I don't like it. I just don't like this industry. I'm not saying I don't like IT industry. I love IT industry. Today, if you give me a government job, okay, I'm so used to this IT culture. Today, if you say, Radhika, do you want a government job? I will say, no, I'm so used to IT industry. I prefer being there. So it is about my flexibility. We have this work-life balance and all these things, plus the extracurricular activities that I had in me, which I was following throughout. So that kind of was always there. And when I came across this, a few days before I clicked on that ad, right, I was telling my husband, maybe I should do NLP course. So that was always the back of my mind. Okay. And then when I came across this, I was like, maybe this is a chance. Just go. Usually I ask my husband, should I go? Should I do this? Should I click? But that Facebook ad, I don't know what happened. I just went and registered. So somewhere this is what my personality is. I like IT industry, but at the same time, a thought came in my mind that it is not just this circle that you want people to see happy, right, Radhika? There are various other people. There are different people. So don't you want them? Don't you want to interact with them and make them happy? This thought came in my head. So I think that was the trigger. So I wanted to reach many people. So the only way is when I step into this speaker, trainer, coach industry. So when I had that thought in mind, with that thought, I am just continuing on my journey now.
Amazing, amazing. I am so glad to hear this. What you rightly pointed out is, because I remember when I stepped into this journey, I had a mentor also in my corporate days, and he used to say, if you're going to work every day and saying, wow, another day at work, then you're good. But the day you say, oh God, one more day at work, that's the time you should rethink, So, and I've noticed that, people ever since COVID has happened have actually come to that realization. So whatever we thought is not possible, suddenly a COVID has happened and the whole thing has got so disrupted. And suddenly people are like, oh, okay, so I can be at home. I can have time for my family and for myself and do work.
Exactly.
So that is something which has very beautifully, it took us a COVID to realize that we can have time, health, and wealth together. We can follow our passion and we can be richly rewarded if we do it in a professional way. And you are a very great example of, having spent 12 years. You must have got married in the due course within these 12 years. You have a 4-year-old son. As a woman, you are also wearing many hats and changing many roles. And software, I know, is a very, very challenging industry in terms of the time zones, depending on what kind of clients. If you are with different time zones, it requires you to be up and awake at odd hours. And all the challenges of the child and the family and the husband, all that, and COVID, no maid. So I'm sure it has been a roller coaster journey.
Yeah.
So if you had to,
I just want to tell one thing here. So, I believe in this. I got, during my college days, I got this poster, okay, in which it was written, there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. So every day, I don't know, consciously or subconsciously, I used to just read it. That got registered in my mind. And I started believing it. And I was like, yes, Radhika, be happy, spread happiness. And whatever I'm doing. So one thing is, I don't like doing monotonous things. And variety was also a factor which made me to take this extra step. Another thing which I strongly believe is, don't look for perfection. Take that baby step. Take that first step today. You might not be perfect, but it's okay. It will take some time to climb up the ladder. So all these thoughts together helped me to, be at the stage that I am today. And as you rightly said, multiple hats. And there are different areas of life that we need to balance. This is something I strongly believe in. Just like we have the chest of drawers, right? Like that, we have eight for me. So I'll also tell you, I just love planning. I love planning. I love organizing things. And along with one of my friend Barsha, we have tried so many planners, and finally we are about to come up with our own planner. And in that planner, we have done a lot of research, and finally we have come up with 8 key areas of life. So it is like, out of this two decade of experience, I'm just telling you that I feel these are the 8 areas of life, such as health, finance, relationship, etc., which needs to be balanced for you to be truly happy. And you told me that during COVID, I have worn all the hats. Just that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing all of this. And because of that, I was not stressed. Otherwise, believe me, physical health or mental health, if I have to choose one, first thing is, you keep your mental health properly, your physical health will be proper. So this is what I believe in.
superb. That's a wonderful message, Radhika, indeed, because everything happens twice. Once it happens in the mind, and once it happens in reality. And like you rightly said, since you have been saying and reading this quote, okay, there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. I think to some extent, because women are also driven by the upper chakras, if we understand that science as well, emotionally, and men are more rooted in the lower chakras in terms of the survival, the root chakra. So as women, we end up uh, doing a lot more emotionally and mentally, uh, in terms of the balancing. And if we add the happiness and the joy, I think it'll just make the journey a smooth journey, just like yours would have had all the roller coasters. But rather than cribbing and crying, you chose happiness throughout the way.
Exactly.
And you decided, it's not just meant for me. I also want it to have a ripple effect and I want to spread it. And from a software developer who probably was so into her own shell, you decided to choose a mentor like Rohini Mundra, and today you're speaking all this. You have a YouTube channel, and I'm sure your son is getting inspired looking at his mother, and he is equally spreading the happiness. So
He's
on your YouTube channel,
junior
so on
happiness
your
coach.
YouTube junior happiness coach. So on your YouTube channel, what kind of bites and when do you release your bites, and can you talk a little about your YouTube channel?
Yeah. So as I said, the name of the YouTube channel is Happy You Better You. And as I said that I'm too much into planning. I just love planning. So if I have to plan for you, if you approach me, Radhika, I don't know how to manage my day. I have a lot of things to do. I'll be happy to help you. You know, that is the mentality that I have. So one day I do the research, second day I finalize the topic. So weekly once is what I have planned to put a content on YouTube channel. So I have broken down the tasks into smaller units. I throughout the week I'll do one small section of it, and finally editing. Maybe Saturday I'll edit, and finally on Sunday I will upload one video. So it is topics about planning, organizing your life, being happy, mental health, and all those things.
Awesome. So it covers some of the areas that you and Varsha have been planning, and 8 areas that you mentioned. It includes relationships, health, finances, your spiritual, your social, all of those areas, which I'm sure you must be covering.
Exactly.
And once in a week, probably on the weekend, you must be releasing the content so that people can come and watch your channel and learn from it and gain from the pearls of wisdom that you share over there. And what is that one decision that you had to tell yourself? Because a lot of people are sitting on the fence today in terms of wanting to wanna be entrepreneurs. So, you mentioned about since childhood, you always wanted to connect with people, see how you could help people. And then when work happens, there's a comfort zone that sets in, and somewhere we forget our dreams. We forget as a child, what is it that I wanted to be and do? And then something happens in the life, and then suddenly it's like a flash, and it just comes, and there's that one trigger which sets you, which makes you take that baby step. So you do a lot of thinking, then you do a lot of overthinking. So what happened with Radhika? So if you could share with the audience what exactly happened, how did this happen?
So it is all about, I'll tell you, it is not just one day's decision. It is, I think, I see as a process. Initially, the main thing is me time. First, you don't worry about what others think about you. Number one, start knowing more about yourself. Number two, and just be confident. Just go out and be confident. Don't worry if anybody is watching you. These are the things that I started practicing and telling myself. Okay, before maybe this change is since my MCA days, I would say. Till BCA, I was okay. I used to speak. I have always been a talkative girl. So that was there. But then this speaking confidently to anybody, that came only, during my college days. And then somehow every day I started putting one by one things. It is, as you said, what is at one point? I cannot think of one point, that one incident that happened. For me, it is a continuous process. And I'll tell you, I read this 5 a.m. Club. Okay, I've always been a night owl. Okay, but after I read that, that was one turning point for me, if I have to tell in that way. The 5 a.m. Club, when I read that book by Robin Sharma, I was like, oh my God, I could do so many things if I wake up in the morning. Yes, I was productive even at night, but I realized one thing, that now I'm no more a single person. I have a family to take care of. So it is not just my life. I need to take care of others' life as well. So I need to ensure that I'm aligning with them. And that's when I was like, okay, let's see how this morning thing goes. So every day, each habit I started adding, everything I started practicing. And I think over a course of 1 or 2 years, I will say, that it took me some time. And today, if I am speaking like this, you tell me, you go and talk to that person, I will speak confidently to that person, anybody for that matter, about this particular topic, about this journey of mine. It is all because of those small mini habits that kept on accumulating. So my only thing is, take steps today, come out of that fear zone. I'll tell you, I'm also doing this course. It all started with one person. Okay, he just said, he approached me and he wanted to talk to me. And then I was kind of just counseling session, you can say. I just did that. And then he said, I want to talk English the way you're speaking. I have done no certification. I'm from an English medium. I just speak. This is the way I speak. He said, I just want to learn. And today I have, I think, 35 to 40 students who have taken my course. And my main motto there is, it's just that I want to bring that confidence in them. I want to boost their confidence. Don't just shy. I have students who were so shy and now they are speaking so confidently. So it is not just in English thing that I want to say. Here, you just believe in yourself and you just come out. You just take that first step, the baby step. Everything else will follow. So my another mentor, Ankit Neerav, he says that energy flows where attention goes. Have that positive mindset. If you don't have this positive mindset, I strongly believe in this positive mindset. If you don't have this positive mindset, then even when 10 good things happen, you will find 11 negative things about it. So if you have that positive mindset, right, everything will fall in place. And I'm not saying that life is everything. If I'm a happiness coach, so everything will be like very happy in my life. I'm not saying that. Life is all about ups and downs. The only thing is how well or how you're able to handle a situation. That is one thing which a person with positive mindset can do very easily. So it is all about change comes from within, right? So my message to everyone is just believe in yourself and start doing this atomic habits. So today you will be like, you might not see the change, but over a course of time, definitely you will be like, oh my God, all these things, it has given me huge results.
Awesome, awesome. That was such an amazing revelation, Radhika. And very rightly said, it's those small habits which when you change and when you see those benefits and then your conviction grows better and it becomes even more bigger and then you do yet more changes. But that first step is a decision that you have taken because you are definitely now sure what is it that you want. And like you had been seeing yourself being that happy person, being that person who can spread the happiness in your mind, and then it slowly translated in your reality. And today you have a YouTube channel. Hopefully it will monetize for you in a few days or months. I'm sure that you're putting out valuable content over there. And when we post your video, we will make sure that the link is posted so that people can visit the channel, right? And gain all the pearls of wisdom that you have posted out there on the various topics that you have been choosing very wisely. So if as a parent, I would like to know, how has this changed, this decision of staying happy no matter what? Because parenthood is something one cannot predict. It doesn't come with a manual. Parenthood is a different ball game altogether. And your 4-year-old son, you must have had days which have had their ups and downs. And especially the mothers out there, they tend to become cranky. They tend to have mood swings. As women, we have a lot of hormonal changes. So we have mood swings. There's stress, there's emotional stress, a lot of all of that. So how do you, if you had to give just like one tip to women or to mothers or to parents, what kind of a tip would that be if they had to begin their day on the right note? What would it be?
Okay. This is something I just love talking about. Amazing topic you just, amazing question you asked. First thing is, yes, kid will not know So I feel parents who are yelling at the kid, it is not just because of the kid's activity. Okay, he would have done just one second thing, but in your mind you have a lot of clutter. Okay, and that clutter is disturbing you, stressing you, and everything you're pushing on that kid, which is absolutely wrong, which is something that you should not be doing at all. So main thing, it all comes from here. Okay, you need to be in the right mindset. You should understand that whatever you're doing, your kid is observing you. Okay, he is going to follow the same. Now as a parent, you should be taking all the responsibilities and teaching him or her good principles. I mean, good moral values. You are supposed to be teaching that. So you need to be conscious that you cannot use any, disturbing words. For that, what you need to do is, first you be in the right mindset. Okay, remove all the clutter from your mind. So once you wake up in the morning, just smile. How many of us smile when we wake up? No, we don't smile at all. It'll come with practice. So as soon as you wake up, you just smile and express your gratitude. Today, if you're alive, okay, that itself is a very great thing that has happened. So if you're starting your day with gratitude, right, it is on a positive note, you see how your day will be. Even though if your kid makes any mistakes, you will not see the negative part because your mind is all clear. Even though any stressful situation comes, you will be able to handle it and get rid of it. So everything is in your mind. All I will tell one tip what they can do. So this is what I have been doing since almost since a decade now. Brain dump technique. Dump everything, whatever is there in your mind. Go to a room, take a paper and a pen, and just start writing whatever comes to your mind. Just dump it. And then just have a clean slate. Okay, start your day with gratitude. Practice gratitude meditation. So I say this. Okay, fill the gap in the morning. G for gratitude, A for affirmations, and P for planning. Okay, if you do this, and if you know that this is what is there ahead of me, so this is how my day looks, you will not have clutter in your mind, and you are going to be like calm and composed, and that's going to help you a lot in also dealing with your kid. Maybe you will start enjoying time with your kid. You will start smiling. All the small activities that they do, right? So that will remind us of our childhood days. We will seriously start loving them. And if you're someone who thinks that you are spending your time with the kid, browsing through your mobile, just sitting next to him, letting him play, then no, you are missing out on all those joyful times, being with him or her. So make sure you are giving your full focus and attention to your baby and start your day with the right mindset. Remember this, fill the gap in the morning. Gratitude, affirmations, and planning. If you follow this, right, gratitude alone, it's going to help all the parents, and I'm sure that everybody will be like, happy. When you brush your teeth, just look at yourself and smile. Smile, feel good about yourself. So if you change yourself, everything, not only your kid, with your spouse, you'll be good. With anybody around, you'll be good. Even if they are saying negative things, it will not impact you. Let me sign it on a paper and give it. It will not impact you. You will come out of it very easily. So if you are keeping yourself stress-free, then everything will fall in place.
Amazing. That was such a wonderful tip. I love that acronym you have created for gratitude, affirmation, and planning, and begin your day with a smile. I think that's such a powerful, it's a simple and but yet a powerful message, because what does it cost to smile? You know, and I think what you rightly said, in the mind, if you decide that no matter what, I choose my peace, I choose my happiness, others around, your environment around will have no choice but to bow down to your choice. And I think that's a very, very powerful way to start the day, to go through the day, to grow through the day, and then to end the day as well.
Yeah. Right.
And you have such a wonderful smile, Radhika. I'm sure you are spreading a lot of happiness in Bangalore, on your YouTube channel, across the world, and definitely energy flows where the focus goes. So with all of these wonderful, small, simple tips that you have given the audience, and you will keep giving over your YouTube channel, all I want to do is to thank you. And as a final message, if you want to give the audience a final message, which would also include your YouTube channel's name again and your number, if people want to reach you so that they can learn how to plan, learn how to smile, and learn how to be happy.
Okay. So, can you hear me, Komal?
Sorry, your last words. So because of the paucity of time, I guess we'll have to take the last question, the last few words.
Yeah. So my YouTube channel is Happy You, Better You. Recently, I started with webinars. Okay. And the topic is design your day, managing everything without being stressed. Okay, so that is the webinar that I just started with webinars, and I have also come up with challenges, productivity challenge, where I'm teaching people some of the tips, simple tips, okay, which they can implement in their life and be more productive, be more focused, and achieve their goals at a much faster pace. That is something I am doing, and I've started with it. So all these information is there in my website, www.radhikaramakrishnan.com, or you could just check happyyoubetteringyou.com. So there, all the services that I'm providing is there. And my one final message is, take baby steps. Do not worry what this person is going to think about me, that person is going to think about me. Just take baby steps, believe in yourself, have the right mindset, be positive. So my another slogan is be positive. That's my blood group and my attitude. I think this also I've been practicing since ages. So that is another reason. Be positive, start your day with the right mindset. Change comes from within. Okay, so make sure that you are happy. First, if you are happy, you can spread happiness. You cannot pretend to be happy, and I can sense negativity. I think I have that part, and I can sense positivity. So surround yourself with positive people and enjoy all those little things in life. Life is not about reaching that goal. Only when I reach that goal, I'll be happy. No, enjoy the journey. Everything will fall in place. And it was very, very,
Awesome.
very nice talking to you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for being on this channel, being Atmanirbhar, and encouraging so many people today who are actually trying to figure out whether they should take that leap of faith and take the plunge to whatever is their passion. And I think it has been a very, very inspiring conversation, listening to you, seeing all your energy, seeing all your happiness. It's just flowing, even though it's electronically we are connected, but I can feel that happiness flow. So a happy you and a better you, that's the YouTube channel, and www.radhika.ramakrishnan.com.
RadhikaRamakrishnan.com.
RadhikaRamakrishnan.com. And you can reach Radhika. She can help you. She can show you. You can be a very good parent, a very good daughter, a very good employee, a very good mother, and be happy and follow your passion. So thank you once again. I'm deep gratitude to you for your time, your energy, your efforts, and more power to your intention so that you can spread this more rampantly, which is really needed today in the world.
Thank you so
Power
much.
to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. So people, thank you for joining us. That was Radhika Ramakrishnan, Bangalore-based software developer and a happiness coach. Happy you, better you. Follow her there. Thank you so much. See you again in yet another episode of Being Atmanirbhar in conversation with me, Komal Khandge, also known as Krishna. Thank you so much.